Mhm.
Okay guys, so I was out with shark bait earlier today off of Mustang Island. He got a limit of kings, I got a limit of kings, and we were talking on the way home, and it occurred to me, I think a lot of people still have the perception kingfish is not that good a fish to eat, but it's really good. You can pass it off as wahoo or other top-notch fish if you know how to cut it up. So the first thing you want to do that's pretty obvious is immediately after you catch it, put it on ice. After you get it on ice, bring it home. You want to put it out on a table. You need a fillet knife. It would be nice to have the water hose. I brought it in the garage so we don't have the flies and I don't have the sun baking me. But so I'm going to show you kind of the basic steps for the way I do it, and it turns out good. Nobody complains about my kingfish. So let's get started. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is right behind the fin, we're going to come up an angle and cut to the midline. And I'm going to go ahead and cut on the tail. You've got this caudal keel, the wide piece on the tail right in front of it. Go ahead and cut to the midline. And then I'm going to sneak the blade in just with the tip and follow on the top side of the midline and go all the way up just to kind of get through the skin. Sharpen my knife. Okay, then we flip it over and we're going to lay on top of those bones, and very gently, don't force anything. A kingfish is pretty soft. Now you're down to the backbone. Now I'm going to gently roll the knife and come just over the backbone. Don't cut deep. And now you can see the backbone exposed. I guess you can see it on the film. So I'm going to go all the way up and do that. And one thing some people may wonder about is right up here there's a set of ribs. Go ahead and cut through them. We'll get rid of those in a little bit. But now I can bring my knife back against the ribs and slide it on down and begin to get my fillet off. So there's a set of ribs here, and there's a secondary set of ribs down here. You just want to kind of skive along those. The guts are behind there. If you touch them, it's not like cleaning a pig, not that big a deal. So we're going to get our fillet off. So what we're going to do with our fillet is I put mine in quart Ziplocs, and that's for my family of 5. A quart Ziploc is about right for a meal. So I'm going to cut each of these chunks about the width of a quart Ziploc, a little less, just so they're manageable pieces. Okay, now the thing a lot of people don't get is that what makes kingfish taste bad is that red line. You see it a little bit there. That red meat, not good. So what we're going to do is start at the midline and run that knife out, and this is good meat. So again on the other side, run that out. Get away, fly. So the skin is left with the red meat, the ribs, everything you don't want but your cat wants is right there. That goes to the cat. This is 2 good pieces of meat. One tiny rib from that second rib cage. Shave that off. And this is totally boneless fillet ready to go. So I'm going to take each of my pieces and fillet them off. No red meat, no bad taste. No red meat. So it does seem like there's a little bit of fish meat here that you could save. You could save a little bit of meat. I'd rather miss half an ounce of meat off the fish and have food that everybody raves about. So if you finish cutting it this way, and these kings are not huge. These kings were 33, 34 inches. They're not big, but they're a nice size to eat. Actually, all kingfish are a nice size to eat. So we're going to go on through like that. Okay, so what I've got is a quart Ziploc. It's not Ziploc brand. That's on purpose. Ziplocs tend to lose water at the corners. So when I fill the bag with fish and water, and I'll show you that, Ziplocs tend to leak out all over the freezer, and if mama ain't happy about your freezer, you're not going to hear the end of it. So what I'll do is kind of lay the fish in here. We can stack about 3 to the side. Put a couple more up here. Okay, and for now, I'm going to seal it up. I'm going to put this on ice or in a cool place so that I can get the rest of the fish done. And then I'll show you how we finish this off so that it will stay good in the freezer. You won't have freezer burn. These things will stay good in the freezer if you do it like I'll show you for 2 years without tasting fishy or without tasting like it's been in the freezer forever. The last part, I've got the fish cut into pieces. We're ready to fill the bags with water, and I'll show you how I do that. Once I get here, coming up a little closer. Come up a little closer. Yeah. As you can tell, we're using my handy dandy kayak trailer / cleaning table. But we'll take the hose. Okay, that makes bubbles. Just thump it a little bit. Those bubbles out. And clean it up right. And we got the musical accompaniment because our ice cream conditions weren't ice cream. They were more like rocky road today. So we got the wind blowing with us. So what I'm going to do is squeeze out most of the water and zip it shut. And that way all you have in there is fish, water, a couple of teeny tiny air bubbles, but you won't get freezer burn that way. That's going to lay flat in the freezer. I'm going to fill the next one. It's going to lay flat. You can stack them like bricks. They don't use up a lot of space. But when you get that out and defrost it, I would cut it no more than 1/4 of an inch thick, whatever shapes you like. Take Ritz crackers, put a sleeve of them in the blender and blend them up nice and fine. So you want to take your fish pieces, dip them in egg, dip them in that ground up Ritz crackers. No more spices than that. Put it in to fry it. Good stuff, trust me. Give it a try, you'll like kingfish. Till next time, see ya.